couple from the Wirral have been shortlisted in the final 3 for the best lawn in Britain. They are up against some tough competition, but are really excited about potentially winning through a public vote.
We're really thrilled to be in the final 3 of the Britain's Best Lawn competition. We think it's an honour to be selected for one of the 3 best lawns, and we'd be absolutely delighted to win the competition.
Yeah, that's true, because Paul's worked so hard doing all these lawns. Sometimes he drives me mad because he's so finicky, but on the other hand, it makes the garden look lovely. So we'd really like it if people voted for us.
In 2011, the garden was accepted into the National Garden Scheme and has continued to host charity events ever since, holding 8 or 9 this season alone. Fieldcrest is separated into different themed areas with a whole variety of wildlife on display.
The garden is about 1.3 acres, and we've divided it into different areas. So the area we're in now is part of the ornamental garden, and that's made up of different sized rooms, so that one's got large leaf plants in, another's for wildlife. This one is a sort of a mixed area, because just to my left there's fields, so it's getting more rural as we go out. And then as we move around, it gets wilder, and we've got a meadow, wildflower meadow, and a little orchard, and a country walk, which is basically a walkway with 2 natural hedgeways either side of it. So it resembles the sort of country lane that you used to walk on, if you're my age, years ago. And then we've got another part of the garden, which is the productive part, and that's a kitchen garden, and that's got vegetables, herbs, flowers and fruit in.
Paul and Chris have found time their biggest challenge, having to put in a tremendous amount of hours every week to turn what was a soft fruit farm in the 1960s into the garden we see today.
A small amount of development of the garden happened just before we arrived, but it really wasn't particularly well executed, so we had to destroy that in order to rebuild what we wanted. Chris is my wife is the garden designer, and the plants woman. I really am the groundsman and digger. Between us, we got cracking and started to deconstruct what was here, and then put together the garden that you see today. There's a public vote going on Facebook, so we're waiting to see what the outcome of that will be. It'd be nice to win. It'd be a big thrill for us, a little bit of recognition for all the work that we put in.
You can vote for Paul and Chris to win the competition by going to Briggs & Stratton Facebook page and voting for Fieldcrest by liking their picture.